There is a shift in the air, a stir in the atmosphere, and something monumental is on the horizon. Have you felt it? Have you sensed it deep within your spirit? A moment, a season, a day is approaching that will mark the end of one chapter and the beginning of another. It will be a moment so significant that it cannot be ignored. And when it arrives, it will not only change the course of your life, but alter the very trajectory of your story. April 12th. A day that may seem like just another day to the world, but for you, it will be a day when everything you've known and believed will begin to transform. The timeline you've been walking on, the struggles you've been enduring, the prayers you've been praying, they will suddenly take on a new meaning. You will find yourself standing in a new season. But here's the question that's pressing on my heart as I speak to you today. What if you knew that your life as you've known it was about to take a dramatic turn for the better? What if you knew that on April 12th, everything you've struggled with, everything you've hoped for, everything you've fought for was about to come to fruition? What would you do with that knowledge? Would you stand still? Or would you take a step of faith, preparing for what's coming? Imagine the weight you've been carrying, the uncertainty of the future, the questions that seem unanswered. You may have wondered if the dreams you hold deep in your heart are ever going to come to life. You might have asked yourself why things aren't moving forward, why you're still waiting, why the promises seem delayed. But let me tell you something. The delay was never a denial. You were never forgotten. And April 12th is going to prove that in ways that will leave you in awe. The turning point you've been waiting for is closer than you think. For too long, you've been walking in the shadows, living in the quiet tension of hoping for a breakthrough. But this is not the season of shadows. This is the season of the unveiling. Your story is not going to remain hidden much longer. It's about to take center stage. The narrative you've been living, marked by uncertainty, silence, and even frustration, is about to be rewritten. The author of your story has not left you to write it on your own, and this is a divine interruption of your current plot. April 12th is going to mark the moment when everything changes. Now let me ask you, how do you prepare for the unimaginable? How do you stand ready when you know that a shift is coming and you don't even know the exact nature of that shift? How do you brace yourself for the blessings, the new opportunities, the open doors, and the fresh perspectives that are about to flood your life? It's a tough question, and yet the answer is simple. You prepare by believing that what's ahead is greater than what's behind. You prepare by letting go of the fear of the unknown and trusting that the one who holds the future is in control. On April 12, the weight of your waiting will turn into the strength of your breakthrough. The walls that have stood in your way, the barriers that have kept you from advancing will begin to crumble. But here's the catch. You must be willing to step out of your comfort zone. You must be willing to trust what's ahead, even if it looks different from what you expected. God is about to change your story, but He's going to do it in a way that you can't predict. That's the beauty of a divine shift. You won't see it coming. But when it happens, you'll know it. And when it happens, it will be undeniable. This is not just a change of circumstance. This is a change of identity. Your story is not merely a collection of events. It is a divine orchestration of moments leading to something greater. Every challenge you've faced, every obstacle you've encountered, every tear you've shed has been a part of the process of preparing you for the change that's coming. April 12th will reveal a new version of yourself, the one who's stronger, wiser, and more equipped to handle the greatness that is about to unfold. I know that the weight of your current reality can sometimes feel too heavy to bear. The questions about why you haven't arrived yet, why you're still waiting for a breakthrough, why others seem to be moving forward while you remain in the same place can be overwhelming. But what if the delay is part of the preparation? What if the silence is actually the space where you're being refined? Your story is about to take a turn that you didn't see coming, and it will be the very breakthrough you've been praying for, the moment you've been longing to see. It's going to be more than just a change in your circumstances. It's going to be a shift in your entire life. As April 12th approaches, begin to prepare yourself. Take a moment and reflect on the dreams you've put on hold, the desires you've left unspoken, the aspirations you've doubted. This is the time to dust them off, to bring them to the forefront of your mind, and to believe that the change you've been waiting for is nearer than you think. This is the moment to step out in faith and declare that you are ready for what's coming, because what's coming is not just any change. It is the fulfillment of every prayer, every hope, every desire that you've placed in the hands of the divine. April 12 is more than just a date on a calendar. It is the day when your story is rewritten. You are about to step into a new narrative, one that is filled with hope, possibility, and unprecedented breakthroughs. So stand ready. Prepare your heart. Get ready to receive the change that's coming your way. It's happening, and you won't want to miss it. As the days move closer to April 12, there's an undeniable energy that begins to stir. It's as if the very air is charged with anticipation. If you listen closely, you may even hear a whisper in the depths of your soul, a quiet yet profound assurance that this moment, this day, will be different. This is not a time for idle waiting. This is a time for preparation. How do you prepare for something so monumental? How do you make yourself ready for a shift that will completely change the course of your life? You prepare by aligning yourself with the reality that change is coming, and it's coming in a way that you didn't expect. You prepare by embracing the unknown, because in the unknown is where the true transformation happens. It is in the uncharted territories of your life that you will find the growth, the breakthroughs, and the miracles you've been seeking. There are seasons in life that test your patience, your resolve, and your ability to trust. These seasons can feel long, burdensome, and filled with unanswered questions. But I want to remind you today that these seasons are not meant to break you. They are not meant to destroy you. In fact, they are often the very foundation upon which your future will be built. Every season of waiting, every season of uncertainty is preparing you for the season of manifestation that is coming. And on April 12th, the manifestation you've been waiting for will begin to unfold. But let me be clear, this manifestation is not going to be like anything you've seen before. It's going to be bigger, bolder, and more beautiful than you ever imagined. It's going to be something that leaves you in awe of how far you've come and of the incredible things that are still ahead. I know that many of you have felt the weight of the waiting. You've felt the heaviness of the years that have passed with little to no sign of progress. You've questioned whether it will ever happen, whether you really meant for the breakthrough you've been praying for. But I want you to hear me clearly. God's timing is perfect, and the season you are in right now is not the end. It's only the preparation for what's coming. And April 12 will be the day when that preparation bears fruit in ways you never thought possible. The doors that have remained closed will suddenly swing wide open, and opportunities you never even dreamed of will come flooding in. What was once impossible will become possible, and what was once out of reach will be brought right to your doorstep. But here's the catch. When these doors open, you must be ready to walk through them. You must be ready to step into the fullness of what is being offered to you. It's easy to get comfortable in the waiting, to find solace in the familiar, even when the familiar isn't where you're meant to stay. The fear of the unknown can cause us to shrink back, to hesitate, to question whether we're truly prepared for what's ahead. But I want you to know that you are more than ready. You have been equipped with everything you need to step into the new season. Every experience, every challenge, every victory, and every setback has been a lesson preparing you for what is about to unfold. The person you are becoming is strong enough to handle the blessings that are on their way. The greatest danger in waiting is losing hope. It's easy to lose sight of the future when the present is filled with uncertainty and pain. But this is the moment to shift your perspective. This is the moment to choose faith over fear, hope over despair, belief over doubt. The future that is coming is greater than anything you've experienced before. You are on the brink of something extraordinary, and you can't afford to let fear steal your joy. Yes, it's scary. Yes, it's uncertain, but it is also beautiful, and it is the very thing you've been waiting for. And on April 12th, the doors will open, the opportunities will come, and the story of your life will take on a new direction. As you prepare for this shift, begin to ask yourself, what do I need to release? What do I need to let go of in order to fully step into the change that's coming? Sometimes we hold on to the past because it's familiar. We hold on to old patterns, old beliefs, and old relationships because they are comfortable. But the truth is, comfort can sometimes keep us from moving forward. It can keep us in a place of stagnation, preventing us from fully embracing the future that God has for us. If you want to experience the fullness of what's coming, you must be willing to let go of the things that no longer serve you. You must be willing to release the past so that you can make room for the future. April 12 is a day of release and renewal, and it's your chance to embrace the new without looking back. The transformation that is coming is not just external, it is internal as well. As your circumstances change, so will you. You will begin to see yourself differently, to view your potential in a new light. The limitations you once saw will no longer hold you back. You will rise to a new level of confidence, strength, and resilience. You will discover that the person you thought you were isn't even a fraction of who you are about to become. The very things that once seemed like obstacles will become stepping stones, propelling you toward the life you were always meant to live. This transformation will be so profound that you will look back and wonder how you ever doubted that it would come. And when you step into the new season, you will know without a shadow of a doubt that this was always part of the plan. Now let's talk about what happens when the shift comes. When that day arrives and the doors open wide, you will be faced with choices. Will you move forward in faith? Or will you hesitate because it's unfamiliar? Will you embrace the change, or will you allow fear to keep you rooted in the past? These are questions that each of us must answer. But I want you to remember one thing. The change that is coming is not something to fear. It is something to embrace with open arms. The person you were before was necessary, but the person you are becoming is the one who will walk into the destiny that has been prepared for you. The journey of waiting, of preparation, will be worth it. When April 12 arrives, it will be a moment of divine alignment, a moment where your story takes its rightful place in the tapestry of the bigger picture. The waiting will make sense, and the breakthrough will be sweeter than you ever imagined. As you continue to prepare for this shift, I encourage you to stand firm in your faith. Keep your heart open and your mind ready to receive what's coming. The world may not understand what's happening in your life, but you will know that you are walking in the fullness of the plan that has been written just for you. You may not have all the answers right now, and that's okay. The details will unfold as you walk in faith. And when April 12 arrives, you will look back and marvel at how far you've come, how much you've grown, and how the transformation has taken place. So get ready. The shift is coming. The change is coming. The new chapter is about to begin. On April 12th, your story will be rewritten in a way that will leave you in awe. You are ready. You have been prepared, and now it's time to step into the future that has always been yours. This is your moment. Don't let it pass you by. There are moments in life when you can feel that something extraordinary is just around the corner. You can sense the stirring, the shift, as if the very foundation of your existence is about to be altered. It's not a moment that arrives suddenly without warning. No, it builds over time, gently nudging you in the direction of something greater. Every step you've taken up to this point, every decision, every twist and turn has been a part of the preparation for this moment. You may not have understood it at the time, but now, as the days draw closer to April 12, it is becoming clearer. What you are about to experience is the culmination of everything that has come before. It is the answer to prayers, the manifestation of desires, the breakthrough you've been waiting for. It will not be a subtle change. It will be a dramatic, undeniable shift in your life, one that alters the course of your story forever. And yet, even with the clarity of this promise, there is still the question of how you're going to respond when the day arrives, when the doors swing open and the opportunities flood in. Will you be ready? Will you have positioned yourself to embrace the full measure of what is being offered to you? Or will you hesitate, held back by fear, uncertainty, or self-doubt? These are questions that each of us must confront as we stand on the edge of a new season. The transition from where you are now to where you are about to be is not an easy one. It requires you to leave behind old mindsets, old patterns, and old habits that have kept you stuck in a place of waiting. It requires you to trust that the journey you've walked up until now was not in vain, and that everything you've experienced has been part of the grand preparation for what is coming. For some of you, the waiting has been long and painful. You've experienced seasons of doubt and frustration, wondering when your time will come, when the promises will be fulfilled. There have been moments when you've questioned whether your prayers have gone unheard, whether your dreams were ever truly meant to come to life. But I want you to know that the waiting was never a waste. It was never for nothing. Every moment of patience, every moment of uncertainty was building you into the person who is ready to step into the blessing that is coming. The process of growth and development, though difficult, has been essential. It has prepared you for the weight of the blessing that is on its way. You are not the same person you were when you first began this journey. The struggles you faced, the battles you fought have strengthened you, refined you, and equipped you with the resilience and courage needed to walk into the future that lies ahead. But here's the thing. You are not meant to walk into this new season with the same mindset you had in the old one. If you try to step into the future while holding on to the past, you will find yourself stuck. You will find yourself unable to fully embrace the new opportunities and blessings that are coming your way. This is why the preparation for the shift that is coming on April 12th must begin within you. It begins with a change of perspective, a shift in your thinking, a refusal to let fear or doubt dictate your actions. You must begin to see yourself the way you are always meant to be seen, strong, capable, and worthy of the greatness that is coming. You must begin to understand that the person you are becoming is not defined by your past mistakes, your past failures, or your past struggles. You are defined by the promise that is ahead of you. As you move closer to April 12th, there will be moments of uncertainty. You will feel the tension of stepping into something unknown. You will face moments of doubt, moments where it seems easier to retreat into the safety of the familiar. But this is when you must choose faith over fear. This is when you must choose belief over doubt. The breakthrough you've been praying for, the transformation you've been hoping for, is on the other side of your willingness to step out of the old and into the new. You cannot hold on to the past and expect to move forward. You cannot stay in the comfort of the familiar and expect to experience the extraordinary. It is time to let go. It is time to embrace the change that is coming, even if it feels uncertain, even if it feels scary. The change that is coming is not just about external circumstances. It is not just about new opportunities or new doors opening. It is about a change within you, a deep transformation that will touch every part of your life. Your perspective will shift. Your heart will open to new possibilities. The way you see yourself, the way you see others, and the way you see your future will be forever altered. This is a season of becoming. It is a season where you are shedding the old and stepping into the fullness of who you were always meant to be. It is a season of growth, of development, and of preparation for the greatness that is ahead. When April 12 arrives, it will be a day of reckoning. It will be the day when you stand at the crossroads of your destiny, ready to step into a new chapter of your story. It will be a day when you can no longer stay in the shadows of doubt and fear. It will be a day when you must make the choice to embrace the future with open arms, knowing that the change you've been waiting for is not just a possibility, but a certainty. You have been prepared for this moment. The waiting, the trials, the struggles, all of it has led you to this point. Now you must make the decision to step forward with confidence and faith, knowing that the best is yet to come. There is something powerful about the moment when everything shifts. It is the moment when all the pieces fall into place, when the prayers are answered, when the dreams are realized. But this moment doesn't happen without preparation. This moment requires you to be ready, to have the faith to believe that it is not just a dream, but a reality that is within your reach. On April 12th, your story will take a turn. It will take a turn toward the fulfillment of every promise, every desire, and every hope you've held in your heart. It will take a turn toward a future filled with blessings, breakthroughs, and new opportunities. But as much as you may be anticipating the change, as much as you may be hoping for the breakthrough, you must also understand that this moment is not just about receiving, it is about becoming. It is about stepping into the person you were always meant to be. The breakthrough is not just external, it is internal as well. It is a transformation of the heart, the mind, and the spirit. When the change comes, you will be ready to handle it. You will be ready to walk in the fullness of what has been prepared for you. So as you wait for April 12th, don't wait passively. Don't wait idly, hoping that something will happen without your active participation. Use this time to prepare. Use this time to strengthen your faith, to renew your mind, and to get ready for the shift that is coming. The future is within your grasp, but you must be ready to take hold of it. You must be ready to walk through the doors that are about to open for you. And when April 12 arrives, you will find that everything you've been waiting for is finally within reach. Your story is about to change. And when it does, you will look back and realize that this was the moment when everything turned around. As the days draw nearer to April 12, there is a sense of expectation in the air, something stirring within the hearts of those who have been waiting for so long. It is as though the universe itself is aligning to bring the change you've been hoping for, the transformation you've been longing for. It's easy to get caught up in the doubt, the fear, and the uncertainty, especially when your current reality doesn't reflect the future you've been promised. But it's in these moments of doubt, in these moments of struggle, that you must find the strength to keep moving forward. The shift that is coming is not just about a change in your external circumstances. It is about the profound transformation that is taking place within you. The person you are becoming is stronger, wiser, and more resilient than the person you were when you started this journey. As you approach this day, April 12, the time for passivity has passed. This is not a time for waiting around and hoping things will change on their own. This is a time for active preparation, for stepping into the new with both feet planted firmly in faith. The doors that will open on this day are not just metaphorical, they are real opportunities, real shifts in your life that are about to take shape. But in order to walk through those doors, in order to embrace the transformation that is coming, you must make a conscious decision to step forward. You must make the choice to leave behind the old version of yourself and embrace the new, the upgraded, the more powerful version of who you are becoming. The fear of the unknown is often one of the greatest obstacles we face as we approach change. We don't know what the future holds, and that uncertainty can be paralyzing. But I want you to understand something profound about the nature of change. It is inevitable. Change will come whether you are ready or not, but how you respond to it, how you choose to engage with it, that is where your power lies. The opportunity that will come on April 12 is not something to fear, it is something to embrace, something to walk toward with confidence, knowing that you have been prepared for this very moment. All the trials you've endured, all the moments of heartache, all the times you question your worth and your purpose, these are the very things that have prepared you for what is coming. Every challenge, every setback, every seemingly impossible situation has been a lesson, a stepping stone toward the breakthrough that you are about to experience. When the shift comes, it will come with a force that cannot be ignored. You will feel it in every fiber of your being. A deep knowing that the time has finally arrived for you to step into the fullness of what you were always meant to be. The weight of the waiting will fall away, and in its place you will find a sense of lightness, of possibility, of freedom. The chains that have held you back, whether they were chains of fear, doubt, insecurity, or the weight of past failures, will break, and you will find yourself standing on the other side in a place where anything is possible. You will be able to look back at the path you've walked and see the beauty in every step, every twist and turn, because you will understand that it was all part of the grand plan that led you to this very moment. But here's the challenge. You cannot allow yourself to become complacent in the waiting. There is a temptation to think that because change is coming, you can just sit back and wait for it to happen. But that's not how this works. Change requires action. It requires participation. It requires you to make the choice to move forward, to keep growing, and to keep stepping into the new version of yourself that is emerging. If you want to walk into the future that is ahead of you, you must actively prepare for it. You must begin to envision the life you are about to step into, and you must begin to act in alignment with that vision. Every step you take in faith, every choice you make that aligns with your new reality brings you closer to the moment when you will finally walk into the life you've been waiting for. One of the greatest shifts that will take place in your life is the way you view yourself. For so long, you may have been held captive by the limitations that you believed defined you. You may have seen yourself as unworthy, unqualified, or incapable of the greatness that is ahead. But I want you to understand that those limitations were never meant to define you. They were never meant to hold you back. They were simply the challenges that built your character and forged your strength. As you move closer to April 12, you will begin to see yourself differently. You will begin to understand that you are not bound by your past mistakes, your failures, or your shortcomings. You are a new creation, a powerful force capable of accomplishing everything you were destined to do. The fear and doubt that once held you back will dissolve. And in their place, you will find confidence, strength, and clarity. The limitations that once seemed insurmountable will no longer have a hold on you. You will rise above them, stepping into a life that is abundant, full of purpose, and overflowing with opportunities. As you prepare for this shift, it is important to remember that transformation is not a one-time event. It is a process. The day that April 12th arrives will mark the beginning of something new, but the transformation will continue to unfold over time. The changes that will occur in your life are not just external, they are internal as well. Your mindset will shift, your perspective will change, and your heart will open to new possibilities. The person you were before will be unrecognizable in the light of the person you are becoming. You will discover strengths within yourself that you never knew existed. You will find a new sense of purpose, a new sense of direction, and a new sense of confidence that will propel you forward